It started with a text. Not a fight, not a confession, just a stupid notification lighting up Emily's phone while I was helping Lily with her homework. The screen glowed against the kitchen table, and I saw the name Jason before I could stop. Myself. Miss you already. Tonight? My throat tightened. Jason, her coworker, the guy she'd laughed off weeks ago. He's just a work husband, Mark. Relax. Lily tugged my sleeve. Daddy, what's 37 minus 9? 28, I said, staring at the phone. Another text buzzed. Room 214, 8 p.m. Don't wear the necklace this time. The necklace. The silver pendant I'd bought her for our anniversary. I waited until Lily was asleep. Confronted Emily in the kitchen, her back to me as she scrubbed a wine glass like it owed her money. Who's Jason? She froze, turned slowly, face blank. What? The texts. Room 214. Don't wear the necklace. Her laugh was too loud, too sharp. Are you serious? Jason's planning a surprise for his wife's birthday. He asked me to pick up the necklace because hers broke. Jesus, Mark, you're paranoid. She stormed out, slamming the bedroom door. I almost believed her. Almost. But at 7:45 p.m., I was sitting in my car outside the Hilton, 3 rows back from Jason's black Audi. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. Reddit stories raced through my head. My wife swore it was innocent until I saw them. But this wasn't some anonymous thread. This was my wife. My life. At 7:58 p.m., she stepped out of his car. Emily, laughing, her hand brushing his arm. She was wearing the necklace. I didn't cry, didn't scream, just sat there, numb, as they walked into the hotel like it was nothing. Like our 12 years together meant nothing. Like Lily and Noah, asleep in their beds right now, meant nothing. I don't know why I stayed. Maybe to punish myself. An hour later, Jason left alone, adjusting his tie. Emily followed 10 minutes after, her hair messy, her steps too quick. Watched her drive off, then slumped back in my seat, my chest hollow. That's when I saw her. A woman in the cafe across the street, staring at the hotel entrance. Her face was pale, her hands shaking around a coffee cup. I recognized her from Emily's office holiday party last year, Sarah, Jason's wife. She didn't see me at first. I walked in on autopilot, the bell above the door jingling like a sick joke. Her head snapped up. Mark? I didn't plan it. The words just spilled out. They're cheating, Emily and Jason, right now. Or, well, now they're done, I guess. Her coffee cup cracked in her grip, brown liquid pooling on the table. What? Room 214. They've been there for an hour. She stood so fast her chair screeched. You're lying. I pulled out my phone, showed her the photo I'd snapped of them walking into the hotel. Her breath hitched. For a second I thought she'd scream, throw something, break down. Instead, she sat back down, cold as ice. Sit. I sat. How long? She asked. I don't know. You? She stared at her wedding ring. 3 months. He said he was working late. A bitter laugh. Turns out he was. Just not his job. We sat in silence, the air thick with rage and humiliation. Then she leaned forward, her voice low. You want to hurt them? I didn't hesitate. Yes. Good. So do I. The cafe's fluorescent lights buzzed overhead as Sarah's nails tapped against her coffee cup, chipped polish catching the glare. Her voice was steady, but her eyes were wildfire. You got proof? Photos? Texts? Anything a lawyer can't twist? I slid my phone across the table. The screen showed Emily and Jason at the hotel entrance, her laugh frozen midair, his hand hovering near the small of her back. Sarah zoomed in, her breath hitching. He's still wearing the cufflinks. I gave him. She shoved the phone back, her jaw tight. We need more. Judges don't care about grainy photos. They care about patterns. I leaned in. What are you thinking? His credit cards, phone records, emails. She pulled a burner phone from her purse, sliding it toward me. Tomorrow. Follow him. Document everything. The next morning, I called in sick to work and parked outside Jason's gym. By 7 a.m., he was jogging toward his Audi, gym bag slung over his shoulder. I tailed him through 3 green lights, my hands slick on the wheel. He stopped at a diner, and my stomach dropped. Emily's car was already there. They sat in a corner booth, her fingers brushing his as they shared pancakes. I snapped photos, the burner phone trembling in my hand. Patterns, Sarah had said. This was pattern number 1. Sarah met me at a library that afternoon, her laptop open to Jason's iCloud. She'd guessed his password. His mother's maiden, name and 69. Predictable. Scrolling through photos, we found selfies of him and Emily at a beach resort, dated 2 months ago. Our anniversary weekend. She told me it was a work retreat, I muttered, the words ash in my mouth. Sarah's laugh was bitter. Jason said he was hiking with the guys. She closed the laptop. We hit them at the company party. Public, humiliating, final. The plan was simple, brutal. Sarah would wear Emily's necklace, the one Jason had gifted her, to the party. I'd accidentally spill wine on Emily, forcing her to retreat to the bathroom, where Sarah would be waiting. Meanwhile, a voice recorder in Jason's pocket, synced to Sarah's phone, would capture every lie. And when the music stops, Sarah said, her smile sharp, we play the tape. The night of the party, I stood in front of the mirror, adjusting my tie. Lily peeked into the room, her stuffed rabbit dangling from one hand. Daddy, why are you dressed up? Grown-up party, sweetheart. I knelt, fixing her pajama collar. Be good for the sitter, okay? She nodded, but her eyes lingered. Too wise for 8. The hotel ballroom glittered, chandeliers casting diamonds on the walls. Emily wore a red dress I didn't recognize, her laugh too loud as Jason whispered in her ear. Sarah arrived then, a black silhouette in the doorway, Emily's necklace gleaming against her throat. Emily froze. What the hell is she doing here? Jason paled. Sarah, this isn't... Sarah cut him off with a laugh, looping her arm through mine. Mark invited me. Hope that's okay? The next hour was a blur of champagne and clenched smiles. I watched Jason sweat through his shirt, his eyes darting between Sarah and Emily. At 9 p.m., Sarah nudged me. Now! I lunged toward Emily, red wine arcing through the air. It splashed across her chest, staining the dress burgundy. Oh my God, Em! I'm so sorry! She hissed, dabbing at the fabric. You idiot! Bathrooms down the hall, Sarah offered, sweet as poison. I'll help. Alone with Jason, I slipped the recorder into his jacket, my pulse roaring. He grabbed my arm, his breath sour with whiskey. You think you're clever? Sarah's using you. She's always been a liar, I wrenched free. Funny, she said the same about you. In the bathroom, Sarah cornered Emily, her voice a razor. The necklace looks better on me, don't you think? Emily lunged, but Sarah ducked, playing the recording. Jason's voice, drunk and sneering. Emily's desperate, pathetic, but hey, easy ass is easy ass. Emily's scream echoed through the ballroom. Guests turned as Sarah strolled to the podium, tapping the mic. Let's play a game. The room hushed. She hit play. Chaos. Jason's boss yanked him off stage. Emily sobbed into her wine-stained hands. Sarah vanished into the crowd, her final text buzzing my phone. Check your email. Burn everything. Attached. Screenshots of Jason's embezzlement at work. I drove home in silence, the weight of what we'd done crushing my ribs. Lily's nightlight glowed from her window. Inside, the sitter handed me a note. Emily called. She's taking the kids. I crumpled it, Sarah's warning ringing in my skull. Revenge doesn't heal. It just burns. The house felt hollow without the kids. Lily's crayon drawings still clung to the fridge. Noah's soccer jersey hung over the back of a chair. But their voices were gone. Emily had taken them to her sister's place. Temporarily, her lawyer said, while mine scribbled notes about parental alienation and best interests of the child. Bullshit. The only interest here was Emily's, destroying me. She'd filed a restraining order 2 days after the party. Mark, threatened Jason. I fear for our safety. The judge, a tired woman with a Starbucks cup and zero patience, granted it without asking for my side. Come back with evidence, she'd said, shuffling papers. Evidence. Like the photos of Emily and Jason in the diner, the beach selfies. Irrelevant to the custody issue, my lawyer sighed. Focus on stability. Stability. Right. Sarah stopped answering my texts. Her last message, burn everything, haunted me. I burned nothing. Instead, I forwarded Jason's embezzlement screenshots to his HR department anonymously. By noon the next day, he was fired. Emily called me screaming. "You ruined his life!" I ruined it? I laughed, cold and jagged. Tell the judge that the custody evaluation was a farce. Emily arrived in a pressed blouse, tears ready on command. I showed up unshaved, reeking of grief. The social worker took one look at me and wrote "depressed" in her notes. Lily and Noah sat in tiny chairs, their answers rehearsed. Does Daddy ever yell? Lily glanced at Emily, then nodded. When he's mad. Noah picked at his shoelace. He broke Mom's vase once. The vase. The one I'd knocked over reaching for a cereal bowl. Emily had laughed and said, "It's just IKEA." Now it was Exhibit A in the state versus Mark the Monster. Sarah reappeared on a Thursday. I found her leaning against my car in the grocery store parking lot, sunglasses hiding her eyes. "You look like hell." "Where have you been?" "Cleaning up." She handed me a USB drive. Jason's emails, proof he lied about the affair. "Use it." I didn't take it. "Why?" "Because you're losing." "And you care?" She looked away. A semi-truck roared past, rattling the carts. "I care that Jason's crawling back to me. Says he'll go to therapy. Be a better man." Her laugh was hollow. He cried. Actual tears. "Are you taking him back?" She slid the USB into my hand. "Burn him harder." I did. Leaked the emails to Emily's family group chat. Her mom replied first. "Emily, is this true?" Emily showed up at my apartment that night. Mascara streaked down her face. "You bastard." "They're all turning on me." I blocked the doorway. "Where are the kids?" "With my mother," she spat. "Who thinks I'm a whore now, thanks to you?" "Good." She lunged, nails aimed at my eyes. I caught her wrists, her breath hot and sour. "I hate you," she hissed. "Join the club." The court awarded her full custody. "Supervised visits only," the judge said. Stability, after all, meant a 3-bedroom house with a backyard, not a 1-bedroom apartment smelling of takeout. The first visit, Lily wouldn't look at me. Noah asked, "Why did you make Mom cry?" I had no answer that wouldn't break him. Sarah's final betrayal came in a letter. No return address, just her looping handwriting. Mark. Jason confessed everything. He never loved Emily. Just the thrill. He's staying with me for the kids. So here's the truth. I knew about the affair. From the start. Jason told me he'd leave her if I played along. I needed you to hurt him enough that he'd crawl home. Thanks for the fire. SI read it 3 times, then burned it in the sink. Emily called a week later, voice raw, shaky. Jason left me. He's back with Sarah. I stared at Noah's soccer jersey, still hanging on the chair. And? I think I made a mistake. The silence stretched, thin and sharp. "The kids miss you," she whispered. I closed my eyes. "Do they?" The voicemail played on a loop in my head. "The kids miss you." Emily's voice, frayed at the edges, clinging to pity. I deleted it, then undid it, then deleted it again. 3 days later, she called once more. I let it go to voicemail. "Mark, they're asking for you. Lily had a nightmare. She thinks you're gone forever." I threw my phone against the wall. It cracked but kept ringing. I found her on my doorstep at midnight. Noah asleep in her arms, Lily clutching a tattered bunny. Emily's eyes were red, her nails bitten raw. "They won't sleep," she said. I stepped aside. She laid them on my couch, their limbs tangled in my old sweatshirts. Lily stirred, her small hand grabbing my sleeve. "Daddy?" "I'm here." She curled into me, her breath warm against my chest. Noah mumbled in his sleep, kicking off his shoes. Emily stood, in the doorway, watching. "Stay in the kitchen," I said. She sat at the table, hands folded like a scolded child. "Jason's suing me." "For what? Alienation of affection? Sarah's idea, probably." Her laugh was thin. "Turns out he's broke. The embezzlement charges, they're real. He needs money. I said nothing. I'm losing the house, she whispered. I poured coffee. Black. Bitter. You shouldn't have taken the kids, she flinched. I was scared. Of you. Of everything. Scared enough to lie to the judge? Yes. The word hung between us, ugly and true. The kids stayed the night. In the morning, Lily drew a picture. Me, her, Noah, and a stick figure Emily with a frowny face. Mommy's sad, she said. Yeah, I said. Me too. Sarah called next. No, hello. No warning. Jason's gone. Took the kids. What? He found the emails you leaked. Blames me. Took Parker and Sophie and left. Her voice cracked. He's your problem now. I hung up. Emily begged me to meet her at the park. The same one where we'd pushed Lily on the swings 1,000 lifetimes ago. She handed me a folder. Divorce papers. I'll drop the restraining order. Share custody. Just help me fix this. I flipped through the pages. Why? Because I'm tired, she said. And because they need you. A jogger passed us, headphones blaring. Lily's drawing burned in my pocket. You don't get to play martyr now, I said. She gripped the swing chain, her knuckles white. I know. That night, Jason showed up, pounded on my door at 2 a.m., drunk and swaying. You happy now? I lost everything. I stepped outside, shutting the door behind me. Your kids aren't here. He swung, missed. I caught him by the collar, shoving him against the wall. Where's Sarah? Gone. Took the money and ran. He laughed, spit flecking his lips. You think you won? Emily's using you. She'll cheat again. They always do. I let him drop. Get off my property. He stumbled into the dark, cursing. The custody hearing was a blur. Emily's lawyer cited changed circumstances. Mine argued for shared custody. The judge, a new one, younger, with a wedding ring, squinted at Emily. You falsified claims against him? She nodded, silent. The gavel slammed. Joint custody, therapy for the children, supervised transition. Emily didn't look at me. We met at the zoo for the first family day. Lily held my hand, Noah trailing behind. Emily kept her distance until the giraffe exhibit, where Noah whispered, Mom says you're not mad anymore. I'm still mad, I said. But I love you more. Emily met my gaze over his head. For a second, I saw the girl I'd married. The one who'd laughed at my dumb jokes, who'd kissed me in the rain, who'd held Lily for the first time and sobbed. Then it was gone. Sarah's final email arrived a month later. Mark found Jason in Vegas. He lost the kids in a custody swap. CPS has them. I'm done. Going north. Don't follow. PS. Burn everything. I didn't. Tonight, the kids are asleep in their rooms. Their rooms in the apartment Emily and I rented together. A truce, not a reunion. She's on the couch. I'm at the table, writing this. Revenge doesn't heal. It doesn't fix. But sometimes, if you're lucky, it leaves just enough wreckage to build something new. Lily's nightmare woke her an hour ago. She crawled into my lap, her tears drying on my shirt. Don't go away again, Daddy. Never, I lied. The apartment smells like burnt toast and laundry detergent. Emily's in the kitchen, scrubbing a pan she's already cleaned twice. Lily and Noah are at the table, coloring over old bills I forgot to pay. It's been 6 months since the court order. 6 months of tense handoffs, therapy sessions, and Emily sleeping on the couch. We don't talk about Jason. We don't talk about Sarah. We don't talk about much at all. Until tonight. Lily holds up her drawing. A house with 4 stick figures, 2 dogs, and a son wearing sunglasses. This is us, she says. And the dogs will get when you and Mommy stop being mad. Emily freezes. I stare at the crayon smoke curling from the chimney. We're not mad, I say. Yes, you are, Noah mutters, stabbing his paper with a blue crayon. You just hide it. Later, after the kids are in bed, Emily cracks open a bottle of wine. She doesn't drink anymore, but she pours me a glass. We can't keep doing this. Doing what? This. She gestures to the apartment, the couch, the silence. The kids think we're roommates. I sip the wine. It's bitter. What do you want me to say, Em? I don't know. Something real. The fridge hums. Downstairs, a car alarm wails. I loved you, I say. Then I hated you. Now, I'm just tired. She nods, twisting her wedding ring. Still on, for reasons neither of us understand. Jason called me. My grip tightens on the glass. And? He's in rehab. Sarah left him. Again, she meets my eyes. He asked for money. Give him hell. She almost smiles. I did. The next morning, I find Lily's drawing taped to the fridge. Emily's added a fifth stick figure, a tiny one with a crown. Baby sister? Noah's scrawled underneath. Emily blushes when I point to it. They've been asking. And you said? I said maybe. Her voice wavers. If things get better. I peel the drawing off, the tape sticking to my fingers. They're kids. They don't get it. Get what? That some things don't get better. They just end. She takes the paper, smoothing the wrinkles. Then why are we still here? I don't have an answer. Sarah's last text comes in December. A photo of a snowy mountain, no caption. I delete it, then save it, then delete it again. Emily finds me staring at my phone. Is it her? Does it matter? She hesitates. Do you ever miss it? The rage? The fire? I think of the party, the recorder, Sarah's smirk as the room erupted. The way revenge felt like power. Until it didn't. Every day, I lie. On New Year's Eve, we take the kids to the pier. Lily begs for cotton candy. Noah wins a stuffed bear at ring toss. At midnight, fireworks explode over the water, painting Emily's face in gold and blue. Lily tugs my coat. Daddy, make a wish. I close my eyes. Wish for nothing. When I open them, Emily's crying. You followed this mess from the first text to the last tear. Maybe you're thinking, I'd never take revenge. It destroys everyone. Or maybe you're thinking, they got what they deserved. Truth? I don't know. Revenge kept me alive until I remembered how to breathe. But it cost me years. My kids' laughter. Pieces of myself I'll never get back. So if you're sitting there, phone in hand, staring at a text that doesn't belong, breathe. Burn the evidence or burn their world down. Either way, you'll choke on the smoke. Thank you for watching till the end. This isn't a happy story. It's just real. If you want more real, more rage, more regret, more Reddit-level chaos, check out my other videos. And if you've been here in these ashes, leave a comment. Tell me, what would you have done? Subscribe, hit the bell, and remember, not all fires are worth starting.